crew headed to the top, you can bet that. Catch us cruising.
Alright, we back with another episode again, segment 1. This one is going to be a good one. Back with If You Ask Me, hip-hop culture. We talk music and movie culture from the late 80s to the mid-20s. And today we're going to talk about my man Ludacris, man. Like, I think he don't get nowhere near enough love, nowhere near enough props. And I got 2 Ludacris fans with me, so it should be a fun one we could put you on. Because I know there's a lot of Ludacris doubters.
Yep.
So we're going to start off with, what made you a Ludacris fan? We're going to start with you, D-Stan.
Probably, I'd say the first song that I heard that made me want to buy a Luda album was Saturday. So I got onto him a little bit later.
Yeah, it's a little later.
Yeah, because when he came out, he got stuck in that moment.
That was a lot of people, though. A lot of people got
word of mouth, right? Matter of fact, it was back in the day when me and you was in school and shit,
right.
Back in the day, all his singles was just booty club singles. And then Saturday came out, and I was like, all right, this dude can spit. So that made me listen to the first Luda album I bought.
Roll Out?
Roll Out was cool, but it didn't grab me yet. Okay. When I heard Saturday, I was like, all right, let me buy this album. I bought the Word of Mouth album. Then I started really getting into him. So it was a little bit later, yeah. The first one,
Saturday was kind of cheesy. Like,
I like Saturday.
I don't know, I liked it because it was the first song where he wasn't, it wasn't some party shit. He was just spitting.
Yeah,
it was fun, but he was just spitting.
And he was spitting some shit.
Yeah. And the flow was like experimental.
Yeah, he got a lot of flows.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what's up.
For me, I ain't get onto him early because Incognito was like his first joint.
Yeah,
But 2000,
that's early for New Yorkers.
I was in high school, freshman, 9th grade. I remember it like it was yesterday. I had the blue Walkman. My joint only had a fast forward on it, so you had to flip the tape. You know what I mean? So, come on, man. Southern Hospitality. I like the What's Your Fantasy joint, but when he dropped that Southern Hospitality joint, I was like, well, nah, this joint is hard. And then just listening to the album, he had the Mile the North joint with 4 eyes, and it was just sitting there it just felt like he was in the lunchroom, beatboxing on the table, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That just gave you that feeling, so that's what put me on the Luda,
for me, it's the same thing. For me, it was What's Your Fantasy, though. It was
okay.
This still is around the pre-internet era where you could pull shit up.
Right.
You could download shit that was out, but you're not just searching for shit. So that's what I see. I'm like, damn, man, the energy, lick you up your head. I'm like, damn, man. It was just, and the lyrics and the energy, and I'm like, okay. But there was a lot of niggas like that coming out, so it was like, all right, whatever. Then he came out with Southern Hospitality. I'm like, oh, nah.
That's what I'm saying, yeah, because I'm a born and raised New Yorker, so I was stuck in that anti-South mode where a lot of shit was coming out at the same time. So
and these niggas was single dudes. So
right. So I kind of put him in that category. Yeah. And then when I heard Saturday, I was like, all right, he's a little different. And
but when I heard the album, though, it was over. Though. I ain't gonna lie.
When I heard about the album's fire.
No, I'm talking about the
second,
but back for the first time.
Okay.
I heard that shit and I was sold from there.
Okay.
I was sold. So we're gonna get into that though. So what's your favorite Ludacris album? Let's start with you.
For me,
that's a tough one for me, man.
That's easy for me.
It's either Back for the First Time or Red Light District. Red Light District for me, he had some fire joints on there.
We're gonna talk on
number 1 spot. Yeah, the Child of the Night,
Large
2 miles an hour.
Child of the Night
was
fire.
Where your mouth is.
Yeah, 2 miles an hour is just my joint. Just for me, because growing up, I always wanted to drive, so when you get in the whip, you play that 2 miles an hour for everybody to see you. You coming down Harlem, coming down 7th for 8th, you know what I mean? You just cruising trying to see what's up, it be lit. So that gave me that feel of Atlanta, but still in a New York way, that was my joint, that was my joint.
So I feel very differently. So here's the thing. So for the first, I think I was struggling between Chicken and Beer and then some of his later stuff. Because I feel for the first half of his career, he got stuck in this mode of being the character of Ludacris. You know what I mean? So he got kind of put in this category of a Busta Rhymes cartoony type of rapper.
Okay.
So I think,
animated.
Yeah, animated with the animated fucking videos and all this shit with the hair. So I think Chicken and Beer was the best album of that type of Ludacris. But it wasn't until Release Therapy and Theater of the Mind that he became personal and he started spitting some shit. Those 2 albums, Release Therapy and Theater of the Mind, that's a different Ludacris. That's Luda getting personal. That's Luda spitting. The singles were not party singles. So it's hard for me between those two albums. I mean, he had some singles, but he also had like the Runaway single from Theater of the Mind where he was trying to put a message out.
Yeah.
So he got personal. He had songs like "I'm Gonna Tell It Like It Is" and the Prison song with C Murder and all of them.
Right.
He had he was talking about life
Mouths
shit.
to feed. He had,
He was spitting. He was talking about shit. You know what I mean?
Water
Before that,
powers.
it was
Now
Ludacris the character.
I gotta disagree though, because he had shit before then.
Yeah.
On the first time he got Catch Up.
He did.
Talking about that, he had Keep It on the Hush on the second album. He had Growing Pains on the second album. So I kind of feel it just got overlooked.
Right.
I think maybe like you said, his character shit got overlooked.
Yeah.
And then,
Exactly.
So what would you say your least favorite Ludacris album is? That's a tough one.
I
for
would
you
say
too.
that Release
Release
Therapy.
Therapy?
That's your least favorite?
That's mine too. I can't lie.
my least favorite,
It's not
like-
whack. It's not whack. But after
not.
going through, I couldn't. At first, I thought it was Ludaversal.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
thought it was Ludaversal, and I went back.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
That's not.
You gotta help me out.
Before
here.
you skip it, what's your least favorite though? Before you get into that,
Battle of Sexes.
I tell you, we can't count that. That was supposed to be him and Shauna. Like that shit is like.
That's an album. That's a Luda album.
Okay, I see
I
what
mean,
you mean.
I was because my question.
Yeah,
My question was gonna be: is that a worse album than Release Therapy?
I don't
Definitely
even
not.
consider that.
I don't. You know why I don't consider it a worst album? Because that was his niche. Like that was his niche. Like,
Yeah,
he had some bangers on there.
You know what I mean?
I could give you that though.
Because
Like,
he did Release
I
Therapy.
felt
he did
Release
Get in the
Therapy
Minds.
was his weakest outside of Battle of the Sexes.
All right.
I think.
Tell me why. What about Release Therapy did you not like compared
Because
to everything else?
I thought Ludaversal was the worst. When I went back,
There's some bangers on Ludaversal.
It's just
but
better
it's
as
not-
a long
yeah,
run.
Yeah.
Release Therapy had the shit with Phil Mob. I wasn't really feeling.
That
Girls
was fire.
Gone Wild.
I'll give you that. That was
All the singles were whack or weak. Besides Grew Up or Screw Up. He had the shit with R. Kelly and Bobby Valentino that were both good, but it's like that shit can't fuck with the shit on Ludaversal. That's what's in comparison to.
Yeah, The War with God.
No, the War
Do
of
Your
Gods,
Time.
Mouths to Feed, Do
Mouths
Your
to
Time, Tell It Like It Is. The
Tell It Like
intro
It
was
Is.
crazy.
The intro, exactly.
But
Like,
yeah, but I
of
named
music,
you
man.
just
five
gave me
others.
6 fire
And I
ass
gave you
tracks.
5 other
That
ones
is
that were
better than
like.
Battle of Sexes.
I'm not even considering
All right,
that
all right,
album.
all right.
That's what the thing is.
Yeah,
If
a lot
you,
of people don't even.
And to be
consider
honest-
that.
because it wasn't.
It's
It's
gotta be.
shit is different when you have a vision and then you have to just adjust. So that's how I look at that album. It was supposed to be this. She ain't rolled through, and then it became that. But we're gonna move on to the next one. What's your favorite? Did we get into that already? Your favorite Ludacris album?
Well, it was those. It was.
Why
Theater
is
of
it
Mind
your
was
favorite?
there.
You said
Yeah, I
Red
said
Light
it.
District.
I
You
said
said
Red
Theater
Light
of
District.
Mind.
I said because he was talking about real topics. He was
Topics.
a different type of artist, and he was spitting some shit that was relevant instead of just making party music.
So, is your favorite album his best album, or is it your favorite album?
For me, I think Red Light District was his best because
best
the
album?
production lived up. I feel like that was his best produced album.
It's hard with him because he's
the
pretty much
Blueberry
consistent
Yum.
with the lyrics,
He
right?
had
As
the
far as-
potion on there,
right?
like
stuff.
he had the potion on that joint, like
Okay.
had the Blueberry Yum, the #1 spot. Like he had a lot of
Yeah,
joints.
yeah,
like
yeah,
the production on that album was.
That's the.
The production was
I mean,
fire.
that's
Yeah,
the only
like
way
the
you could go because
production-
his stuff is pretty much solid. So you can
Yeah.
only go.
Like I feel like that was his best produced joint.
You
For
said-
production, I
you
mean, I say
said-
Chicken and Beer, Red Light is up there too, but that's the best representation of, like I said, that version of Ludacris.
So why do you think
Yeah.
Chicken and Beer?
Chicken and Beer is
Well,
probably
it-
his most standout, known like representation of Ludacris as an album, I'd say. But it might be his best, but my favorite is still, like I said, the later ones. To be honest.
I feel like Chicken and Beer is what gave him the mainstream looks.
Exactly.
Like,
that was a
To
transition.
get back
I mean,
in the
I feel like he came out
in the
mainstream.
move.
Area Codes.
It was over from
You know?
but Area Code's second album. Move Bitch, that's our second
Move, Bitch.
album. So I think he came out the box.
Nah, move bitch not on word of mouth.
Yeah, that's word of mouth.
Yeah.
The singles is Roll Out, Move Bitch, Saturday.
Right.
And then Area Codes is, that's what I'm saying, he was out of here. His problem was people understanding that he was
Like
nice.
Chicken and Beer. Tripping all over the world.
Pimping All Over the World is the third,
Chicken and Beer.
Red Light District. But we're gonna end it there. Shout out to my man Ludacris. We're gonna cut it close, segment 1. If you ask me, let me know what your favorite albums are, favorite verses are. Tune in.